What's up, what's up? It's Vic. Welcome back to my channel. I have a question for you. Can you name me the 7 basic principles of being a human? If yes, you may proceed to the next video. That's fine. You can go. You have been granted permission to leave the class. If, however, you are unable to name the 7 basic principles of being a human, I highly suggest that you sit down and watch this video because you might learn a thing or two about how to take care of your body and how to actually take care of your human vessel. All right, your body. So these are in no particular order. Let's just get right into it because we got stuff to do. We got stuff to talk about. Number 1 is movement. Now, I used to be a yoga teacher, and I'm here to tell you that you don't need any membership to any gym, to any studio, to any Pilates class. All you need to do in order to remain healthy in terms of movement is walking, running, and or swimming. That's all we are naturally able to do. Now, if you want to build muscle, yes, you can do repetitions with your own body weight in order to build muscle mass. You don't need to be bench pressing 250. You don't need to be, that's for the people that want to go and build those specific muscles for specific reasons, whether it's for competitions or for weightlifting or I don't know what. But in reality, and I'm being so dead ass honest, y'all are doing way too much. You don't see the animals in the animal kingdom going to Pilates class and going to the gym at 6 a.m. every morning. All they do is walk, run, and or swim. The reason that your cat and or dog are overweight is because they are not walking or running enough. We as humans like to complicate it. We just need to do a little bit of movement each day for at least 30 minutes. The reason I say 30 minutes is because in order for your body to be able to burn calories for 24 hours, your heart rate needs to reach the heart rate that it reaches when you are speed walking, and it needs to maintain that heartbeat for 30 minutes in order for your metabolism to go into set gear shift. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but that is basically, you just want to reach that heartbeat for 30 minutes every 24 hours so that your body can produce or can continue to produce the right hormones and continue to eliminate calories and take care of the calories that you're eating. Next basic principle of being a human is rest. I'm not going to tell you you need to sleep 10 hours a day, but I am going to tell you that you do need more sleep than you think you need. Rest is really the only way that your body can recover. God didn't give us another option, really. Didn't give us other ways to rest our body. It's really sleep that will recover it. I'm talking like quality sleep. If you're smoking a J every night before bed, that is not quality sleep. You're not going into REM sleep. Therefore, your brain isn't fully going into that recovery mode that it needs. Make sure that you have quality airflow in your room while you sleep. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure your mattress isn't too soft or too hard. You want your spine to be straight when you're sleeping. In terms of hours of sleep a night, it really depends on your gender and your age group or your age gap and your profession, because someone who's very physically active during the day will need a little bit more rest than someone who is a little bit more sedentary during the day. Next basic principle of being human is water. So not just drinking water, because yes, we all gotta drink. I don't even know. It's different for each person how much you have to drink depending on your body weight. Look it up. How much water do I need to drink for if I weigh X amount of pounds or kilograms, and if I am a woman or a man, and then stick with that. Do a little bit of research. It's good for you. Now, I do want to bring up this picture. Let me pull it up. All right. So we have this picture here. You might have seen this before. You may have not. If you have not, it was an experiment done on water, how water crystallizes depending on what frequency was put into it, aka like the words spoken into the water. These scientists took a glass of water and they said, thank you, thank you, thank you, and they whispered it a bunch of times to the water. Then I guess they froze it. I don't know what, and then looked at it through a microscope, and they saw that it looked really cute and pretty when you say thank you and when you say I love you and when you say all these good things. Now, when you insult the water or if you say negative words to the water and then you look at it through a microscope, it ain't cute. It's ugly. And the same goes for the water in our body. We are like, I don't even know the exact percentage, but we are made of a lot of water, and so is the earth. And so when you're constantly speaking bad stuff all the time, those frequencies will resonate back into your body. But also, if you're like talking shit at the dinner table with your friends and then you drink that water, like, not to be that spiritual woo-woo girl, but you're drinking that ugly crystallized water, or like that ugly molecule water, and that's what you're giving your body. And then you wonder why you wake up not happy, and you wake up hating yourself, and you wake up not wanting to do anything with your life and just hating the world. It's because you drink negative water. Sometimes if I'm really, really, really down bad, I will literally say, like, I will literally whisper into my cup of water or my water bottle before taking a sip, "You're so beautiful. I love you. And you're smart and you're strong and you're successful and you'll get through this. And I love you. Have a great day." And then I'll drink it or something like that. And whether it's placebo effect or not, it works. And so just remember that the words that you speak and everything that comes out of you really has an impact on the vibrations and the water surrounding you and in you, because water holds memory. And just remember that. And if you live in the city or even near the city in a big metropolitan area, do get a water filter, please. I'm begging you. It's ruining your insides and your outsides, like your skin, your hair. It's ruining your lungs, and that's why you're peeing a bunch of minerals, or you're not peeing because you're backed up on minerals. So do your research. I don't know where you live. I just know that where I live, water needs to be filtered, and I'm being really insecure about my chin right now. Sorry. Let's just move on. Next basic principle of being a human is nutrition. This is what you consume. So, is everything you consume processed, or is that actually food from the earth? Do you have a healthy balance? And do you actually enjoy eating? I've battled with an eating disorder most of my life, and most of my life I never enjoyed eating, or I enjoyed it way too much, and there was never a balance, and I was eating food for the wrong reasons. And I've completely noticed a difference in every area of my life when I change my diet. And I notice, because it's hard to stay on track at all times, especially if you don't live alone. And even when you do live alone, it's hard. I know, I used to live alone. I know it's hard to cook for yourself every day and do the groceries all the time and really stick to a healthy diet. However, your body will thank you, and it gets easier the more you do it, and your body starts to crave the good stuff more than the bad stuff. People really have a hard time getting through that craving, not being able to satisfy their cravings, but I'm here to tell you that those cravings do go away. Doesn't mean that you don't. Sorry, I don't know why my hair, it's almost washed today, okay? People think that when you eat healthy, you have to deprive yourself from the unhealthy stuff, and that's not as true as most people think, I would say. I think it's just your body stops craving stuff that are no longer good for you, and it starts to really notice a difference in what actually fuels your body and what gives you the energy to work and be productive and have glowing skin, and makes your nails stronger and all this stuff. Once you actually put in the effort, you do notice a difference very quickly, I will say. And it's consistency. That's what matters. It's not 1 week of healthy eating won't mean jack shit in 2 years. But 2 years of healthy eating will fucking matter in 3 years. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, the next basic principle of being a human is your thoughts. And humans have, don't quote me on this because I don't know the exact number, but anywhere between 70,000 and 90,000 or even more thoughts a day. And I'm pretty sure the statistic is that like 90% of those are negative thoughts. That's fucking scary if you ask me. That's really terrifying, because we actually have control of our thoughts and we forget about it, or we don't realize how, yes, it takes willpower to shift the voices or the narrative in your head and the thoughts that you're having. But once you do, it'll save you. Like, I am speaking from experience. I'm speaking from a place where my thoughts almost once ended me, really. Like, my thoughts have brought me to really, 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 really dark and scary places. And if you resonate with that, I'm really sorry. And sorry you had to go through that. But I'm here to tell you that you have authority over those thoughts. The enemy doesn't want us to know this, but you can shift your thoughts. And it is hard at first, I know, because when you're so used to telling yourself that you look fat and ugly, then to switch that the next time you see yourself in the mirror is hard, I know. What you do is when you notice that you're having a negative thought, you replace it with a positive one. So let's say you walk in front of a mirror, oh my God, my skin looks so bad today, and I ate so much yesterday, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what. I don't even like saying those thoughts out loud anymore. You look at yourself and you find one thing good about yourself. Oh, your nails look really nice today. Or, oh, your hair looks shiny and soft. You just name good things about yourself. You're not being selfish. You're not being egotistical. You're not being self-centered. You're actually just trying to quiet the bad voices, and you're trying to live a happy life and love yourself and love the home that you have in this life, which is your body. Just remember that your thoughts control your reality, and that anything you think can or cannot manifest into reality, and you're the one that decides that by like the amount of thoughts that you have about it. I don't know. Just control what you think, please. I'm begging you, and your mental well-being will thank you. I promise. Okay, next on my list, this is funny. I just wrote down all of the basic principles as they popped up through my head. Now, at the time I wrote meditation, so at the time I wrote meditation. I'm now switching that officially as I give myself the role of the person in charge of deciding the official basic principles of being human. Okay, girl. I'm just saying that in the context of this video, I'm changing it to prayer. And this is because, like I mentioned earlier, I used to be a yoga teacher, and I thought meditation was the key to life. And I just thought the more I tried, the more closer I'd get to like reaching bliss. No, because the truth is most people these days don't know how to meditate, and a guided meditation on Spotify with your Bluetooth earphones in is not doing what you want meditation to be doing. Okay, because having another person's voice going into your subconscious, even if it's Tony Robbins or whoever, or Mel Robbins, I don't know. Who's Tony Robbins? Anyways, the podcast meditation people, as much as they have good intentions, I know, or I'm sure, having a stranger's voice go into your subconscious daily when you're trying to cleanse your brain from the negative stuff is not doing what you think it's doing. I'm sorry to say it. What you need to do is sit with yourself and with God and talk to God and pray. Pray, talk to God as if he was your father, because he is your father, and not your father in the earth form, like your actual legit father that we all need and needed as a kid. And even if your dad was good, like my dad was a really good dad. But there were times where he acted in ways where God, the Father, would not have reacted the same, therefore creating traumas within me when I was just a kid. The way that you heal that relationship is with the Father, talking to the Father. Hi, God. Hi, Jesus. Can you help me out with this? I'm really trying to figure this out. Or thank you for this daily bread that I eat. I say that because as someone who has been battling with an eating disorder literally almost all their life. Although I have come an extremely long way, I do sometimes struggle with eating a full meal and being able to like enjoy it, and really just my mind and body connection is kind of distorted in that way. So I find that when I thank the Father for the food that He gives me, it helps. It really helps the nervous system. A lot of people, or I know for me anyways, when I was meditating, I was really searching to cleanse my aura and cleanse my thoughts and cleanse my, just like quiet the noise that was so loud in my head and quiet the voices, you know? And meditation is, I have my tea with meditation, and I was a yogi for 10 years, and I was really passionate about meditation for a very, very, very long time. Listen, I do what you want with your life. If you're not going to pray, you're not going to pray, but just give it a try and see how you feel. Notice how your nervous system feels after just talking to the Father or the Son or the Holy Spirit versus when you just meditate with, and some will argue that they feel better after the Spotify meditation. Which brings me to my next and final basic principle of being a human, which is your breath. The reason that you like the Spotify meditation is probably because they are guiding your breath. Now, prayer doesn't do that, I understand, but it's because you have forgotten how to breathe, or because your nervous system is so in overdrive that it can't even take a full proper breath. I was actually shocked when I was teaching yoga and when I was studying yoga by how rare of a commodity it was to take a real, true, full gulp of fresh oxygen and taking like a actual legit deep breath. These days, we're so stressed, we're so distracted, we're so overstimulated that we forget to take a full and deep and proper breath. And so our lungs actually go to like lower in our stomachs. And so when you fill up your lungs with enough oxygen to reach the bottom of your lungs, you actually feel that. Like your breath doesn't just go here. I remember I'd be teaching yoga and I tell everyone to take a deep breath, and everyone would go, no, girl, like, all right. And then you exhale in and out through the nose, please. Fun fact for everyone: humans are not supposed to be mouth breathers. We're supposed to breathe through our noses, which is why we have little nostril hairs, and nose hairs is actually, those are supposed to filter the dust in the air. Our mouths don't have those filters. When you're sticking your head out the window on the highway, I mean, don't do that for safety reasons, but also for like your lung reasons, your oxygen reasons also. Don't go inhaling polluted air where a bunch of cars are and in industrial areas. Just like gatekeep your the clean air that goes into your body. I mean, gatekeep's not the right word, but protect, become like a security guard for the air that enters your body, because your body doesn't know how to filter out all the toxins that we are constantly inhaling. And so if we can help it out a little bit by just breathing through our noses and actually exhaling to and inhaling to its full capacity, I feel like our bodies will start to thank us. Okay, that is all for today's video. I hope you learned something. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks so much. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.